So in this video, let me introduce you the tools I just mentioned. The first tool I want to share with you is the Common Data Set. This is one of the most important tools you need to rely on, as this is the data released by the universities. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so in order to get the Common Data Set for each university, simply use Google and input the Common Data Set plus the name of the school. So what I'm doing now here is to search for the Common Data Set of the University of Pennsylvania. So basically it will be in the first or second item. So when you click in, the list that you're looking at is the common data sets of that university. So when you open one of the common data sets, you will basically see their table of contents. And in here, as you can see, there are a lot of different types of data that you can have a look about this university. So this is a really official data. So it means that it could give you a really clear sense of how the school is doing. And although you can go through all of the items in this document, but basically there's one area I would highly recommend you guys to go to have a look, which basically under the column of the first year admission. So when you click in, you will see some data like their total number of the application this year and the number of students applied, as well as the number of applicants admitted. And in here, you can get to know the total number of units of courses you are recommended to take. And more importantly, I will highly recommend you guys to have a look of this table. Basically, in all of the common data set of different universities, you will find some table like this. And this table defines all of the factors the admission officers of that particular school will take into account when evaluating the applicants, as well as what would be the relative importance of each factor. So for University of Pennsylvania, the admission officers will take your school record, GPA, your standardized test score, admission essays, recommendation letters, and your personal qualities as the most important one. And then your class ranking, interviews, extracurricular activities, talent and abilities as important. And of course, it will also consider some other factors like whether you have alumni relation, whether you're first generation, etc. And they will not consider whether you have any religious commitment. Have a look at this table. Will give you a really good sense of what are the key factors this particular school is looking for. And you may find after looking at the common data sets from different universities that different universities have really different requirements. Okay, so another really important item I would recommend you guys to have a look is under the score, because most of the US colleges would require applicants to take SAT or ACT. When you're doing the school research and evaluate your chances of being admitted, the average SAT score of the applicants of that particular school will be a very important reference for you. So in this item, you will find the average of SAT and ACT, and in here, you will find the range from the 25th percentile to 75th percentile, which means that the higher your SAT is, the better chances you will have to get into that school. So this data will give you a really good sense as to what will be a good SAT score I need to achieve in order to increase my chances of being admitted. Another data will be about the GPA, and you will basically find some relating data about GPA under this column. And as you can see, most of the admitted applicants rank in the top quarter of the school's graduating class. That also will give you a sense to calculate your chances of being admitted by this school where you're doing the school research. So the second tool I use often is the US News College Ranking tool. This is another very useful tool to select schools. This is another very useful tool to select US colleges. So in specific, there are two functions I often use. And here I will show you how I use them. So what you're looking right now is the official website of US News College Ranking. And I'm showing you one of the tools I often use when I do the school research with my students. So this tool is called the school comparison. So you can use this function to put all of your interested schools in this website so that you can have a really clear sense of the differences in terms of the data. So this is a very convenient tool for you to have a quick look of what that school looks like. And apart from that, when you subscribe, you can use another very effective tool, which is called MyFit College Search Tool. And as you can see in here, you can input your average GPA and SAT and ACT scores. And then in here, you can use the filter to select the type of schools you're thinking about getting into. And then a list of a school will be shown in this area based on the GPA and SAT scores you have inputted. So each year, I will also use this data to work with my students to figure out their target schools. And the third one, of course, is the school website. What I usually told my students to do is to take a notebook while they go through the pages on the website, taking notes of things that they're really interested. Similarly, all the universities have their own social media, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. So go to their social media to find out more about this university.